The Switch needs to be shown off perfectly at Nintendo's upcoming presentation. If Nintendo wants to remain in the console business, they need to have a system that is wanted by not only the Nintendo fans, but gamers and casuals alike. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here at Nintendo Collecting. I'm going to break down the importance of the presentation into categories: hardware, price, launch, and games. For hardware, the system needs to be more powerful than the Wii U, but does not necessarily need to compete with the PS4 Pro or the Xbox Scorpio. The screen will likely be 720p multi-touch and upgrades to 1080p while docked. The Joy-Cons, well at least one of them, will be motion sensing capable, but the system should look to move away from the fad of motion controls. The battery life will be extremely important for the Switch to be successful. Anything less than 5 hours makes for a poor handheld experience. The Wii U's battery life was pretty pathetic with only 3+ hours of gameplay, but with the high capacity battery replacement, it gave you 8+ hours of gameplay. The new Nintendo 3DS boasts a battery life of roughly 4+ hours with all features turned on, and that can be greatly extended with the 3D turned off. The Switch needs to have a battery at least as powerful as the high capacity replacement Wii U battery, meaning 2,550 mAh. This should provide 5+ hours of hardcore gaming on the go. Integrated within the hardware must also be a better online service with voice chat. It is 2017 Nintendo, and games like Splatoon beg for us to talk to our team while playing. Next up is the price, which is heavily connected to the hardware of the console. Provided that Nintendo wants to be competitive with the Xbox and PlayStation, the Switch needs to be less than $350. Anything more than that will drive away consumers. Having slightly less powerful hardware compared to their competitors will allow the Switch, even with the handheld aspect, to be at a great price point if it is sold for $300. Anything less than $300 and Nintendo will have a massive hit on its hands. My guess is that the Switch will launch with the main SKU at $299, provided that it has that high capacity battery for true handheld gaming. Thirdly, the launch of the Nintendo Switch is on the horizon, just a few months away. Nintendo has usually launched systems on a Sunday. March has been the rumored month that the system will be released, making a March 19th date appealing. Though it would be much cooler if Nintendo decided to launch it with a Mario game on March the 10th, otherwise written as MAR10 or Mario, but unfortunately that is a Friday. To make a purchase slightly more appealing to fans, Nintendo may want to change the launch day to a Saturday this time around to really give us Nintendo fans more weekend time to enjoy the new system. In terms of the number of games at launch, expect to see the system released with at least 10 launch titles, but closer to 20 is more than likely since the Wii and Wii U launched with more than that number. Now let's take a look specifically at what launch games are likely. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild needs to be a launch title for the Switch. It has been in development for years, has been delayed, and Nintendo is focusing on it on their YouTube channel and their Nintendo Minute and on the Jimmy Fallon Show. If the game is not a launch title, then it absolutely must be out in the first 2 months of the system's launch. Nintendo's other main title will be a Mario game, perhaps not coming at launch but still in Nintendo's launch window, within a few months of the system's release. While I hope the new Mario game is a true 3D open-world experience, I think it is more likely that the game will be closer to Super Mario 3D World than to Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine. Next is Mario Kart and Splatoon, both shown in the Nintendo Switch First Look video. These games will hopefully be new entries into their series and not merely ports from the Wii U. Mario Kart 8 may get some tweaking to the horrendous battle mode courses, have additional stages and characters added, and release at launch. Splatoon 2 or Splatoon could also be a launch title since the Splatfest events and updates ended over 6 months ago on the previous console. This makes new maps, characters, and modes not too difficult to program since the foundation was already established on the Wii U. Other games on the horizon should be Pikmin 4, which has been rumored to be in development for a while, whatever Retro Studios has been working on for the past 3 years since Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, hopefully a new open-world Metroid or Donkey Kong game, and if Nintendo really wants to hit the presentation out of the park, an announcement for Pokemon Stars or Eclipse, or whatever the game linked to Pokemon Sun and Moon would be called. To round it all off, a Smash Bros. Game port of Wii U would make sense too, and this would entice any Nintendo fan to buy at launch. Finally, in terms of third-party support, the Switch should be getting Skyrim Remastered, as shown in the release trailer, an NBA game, Dragon Quest X, Yooka-Laylee, and a Sonic game. Here's hoping Sonic goes back to his previous greatness. On the other end of Switch games is the Virtual Console. It would be incredible for the Switch to have all of your Virtual Console games available to you after you sign in. Imagine playing all of Nintendo's back catalog at home and on the go on this same system. With the addition of GameCube games on the Virtual Console like Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, and my personal prediction of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door or Animal Crossing, then Nintendo really has my attention. If Nintendo can do all of the above while catering to both the hardcore and the casual gamer, then they have a system that can reclaim the gaming industry. The Switch is different enough with a unique pick-up-and-go concept that gamers are sure to enjoy. Granted that it has the battery, hardware, online support, games, and launch needed to succeed. On January 12th, we will find out. Until then, we are holding our breath in excitement for the presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket, follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, go collect them all, keep smiling while gaming, and I'll see you at the presentation on the 12th.